Hello to you. I'm Fox 26 meteorologist Remeisha Shade. We got a lot to talk about for us locally. It's really about that wind out there. It is howling. It is strong. If you've been out there even for a few minutes, you know what I'm talking about. I stopped by to grab some lunch and called it in, walked in to pick it up, and that wind was just whipping everywhere. We've got gusts close to 40 miles per hour for many spots. And for that reason, we remain under that wind advisory through 5 p.m. early this evening. It's not for the entire area, but really about 2/3 of the area under this, from Katy to Houston to Rosenberg, down to Bay City, Angleton, League City, Galveston, and up towards Liberty as well. Now, once we get rid of the wind advisory at 5 p.m., guess what? It's going to come right back around, and we'll be dealing with it for Thursday as well. So the National Weather Service has decided that it's going to be windy enough also for Thursday to where we'll need another wind advisory. So it goes back in effect for the same spots, 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. on Thursday. So what can you expect? Once again, wind gusts around 35, possibly close to 40 miles per hour. We're likely going to continue that windy trend for Friday as well, really until the cold front pushes through the area on Saturday. At this point, we're dealing with some cloudy skies out there. You can see that camera kind of shaking back and forth. That's because it is pretty breezy out there. How windy? Well, let's check it out. Sustained wind right now to the south for H-Town at 19 miles per hour, but of course gusts are even stronger than that. We've got temps currently in the low 80s, so the thicker clouds kind of keeping those temperatures a little bit lower, but we do still have plenty of heat and humidity out there with temps in the low 80s and dew points in the low 70s. So that muggy, humid, warm air will certainly stay in place the next few days. As far as our projected wind gusts for the next 12 hours, they're going to be on the strong side, especially around 5, 6 o'clock. Wind gusts still around 30 to 35 miles per hour. Even overnight, those wind gusts still likely around 25 miles per hour. But then once again, for tomorrow afternoon, they are going to increase again, likely to around 35 miles per hour. That's exactly where they are for many spots right now, including you in Freeport, Angleton, Sugar Land, 30 to 35 mile per hour gusts right now. Even in Houston, especially central southern parts of Houston, we've got 30+ mile per hour wind gusts. Down around Galveston, you are feeling the breeze. If you're heading out to the beach, plan on that wind whipping. Not quite as windy as we look to the north and west. Brenham, wind gusts around 16 miles per hour, and Huntsville, a wind gust around 21 miles per hour. But keep in mind that wind advisory officially still in effect for Houston, Galveston, Pearland, Sugar Land, Baytown, all the way through 5 p.m. All right, how about some Rockets action? Maybe you're heading out to cheer the Rockets on. At the Toyota Center, we got the Utah Jazz in town. Tip off right at 7 p.m. I think we're still going to be right around 80, 81 degrees for tip off. Halftime 79, game ending temps right around 78 degrees. Likely mostly cloudy for the beginning of the game, towards the end of the game as well. And of course, still breezy. I think even towards the end of the game as you're heading home, wind gusts likely still around 20 to 25 miles per hour. But personally, I'll take it. I'll deal with a little wind because at least we are not right in the middle of this huge severe weather outbreak and tornado outbreak that many folks across the Midwest, the Great Lakes, the Tennessee Valley, Mississippi River Valley are experiencing. All of those dark red boxes or polygons that you see there are tornado watches, and we do have numerous tornado watches, numerous flash flood watches. That's the area shaded in green. So we're expecting several inches of rain for parts of the country, including parts of the Midwest. You can see Pine Bluff, Little Rock, and over towards the Evansville area in this severe storm threat and flash flood risk. Big line of storms firing up, and then we've got the individual cells with the higher threat of rotating and producing tornadoes ahead of that main line. So you can see these storms approaching Nashville, Tennessee, Huntsville, Alabama, up towards Indianapolis. Tornado watch looks like it is going into effect there. So this is going to be where the nastiest weather will be across the country. So we will be monitoring for confirmed tornadoes, tornado damage, but the good news for us is that this will remain north of the Houston area this evening and tonight. But I want to point this out because usually with our severe weather outlook, you have 5 categories Of course, category 1 being the lowest severe storm risk, and then a 5 being a monstrous severe storm risk. And you rarely see a 5 out of 5 for the severe weather outlook, but look at this. Look at this pink area here right around Memphis, Tennessee, and parts of western Kentucky, eastern Arkansas, in a rare 5 out of 5 risk for a big severe storm outbreak. And usually this is issued when a big tornado outbreak is likely. We're not talking about the brief week tornadoes either, likely the long track, long-lived tornadoes that could be around EF3 or stronger. So this is what we're going to be monitoring closely for the rest of today into tonight, but notice that severe threat staying north of the Houston area. So we could have an isolated shower, strong storm, maybe clip our northern counties this evening, maybe up towards Walker County, Trinity County, but overall storm chances remain low. How about Thursday and Friday? It's going to be basically a repeat of today. If you're northwest of Houston, you are going to have a slightly better chance for a brief shower, maybe a strong storm during the evening hours, but most of us will have to wait until Saturday before that rain chance really jumps up. In fact, all the way up to 80% as the actual cold front rolls in. I think we get rid of most of it though for the second half of the weekend, only a 20% rain chance on Sunday. So that is certainly some good news. So we can salvage at least parts of the weekend. As far as our severe weather outlook through tonight, notice Houston, not even in the general thunderstorm risk for the most part, up towards Bush Airport, right on the edge, but really that severe threat starts up towards Huntsville, College Station, and it is a very, very slim low 1 out of 5 risk. So we are really on the tail end of this humongous tornado outbreak, severe weather outbreak expected to take place across central parts of the country. For tomorrow, once again, we are right on the edge of that lowest severe weather risk. So up towards College Station in Huntsville, there's a brief chance for maybe a few strong wind gusts, 50 miles per hour plus, a little bit of hail and some heavy downpours. Now notice as we get into Friday evening, I think this storm system will start to drop a little bit farther to the south. So that 1 out of 5 low severe risk will clip a few more areas, including up towards Cold Spring, Huntsville, Brenham, but getting into northwestern Montgomery County. So we may have a few more strong storms developing Friday evening and Friday night. Now let's jump into Saturday. I think that's when we will have a better shot for a few more of those showers and storms becoming more widespread and getting closer to Houston. But even for Saturday, the biggest severe threat will once again still be north of Houston, mainly north and off to the northeast of H-Town. So we'll be monitoring things closely, but even for Saturday, there's a 15% severe risk with the best chance north and northeast of Houston. So what are we expecting for tonight? Well, maybe a stray shower or storm north, very mild, muggy temps, even during the late night hours. Temperatures only dropping to about the middle 70s. So definitely warm for central and southern parts of the state, but a little cooler as you look up towards the Texas Panhandle. Maybe you're hitting the road over the next day or two, gearing up for the weekend. Maybe you're heading over to San Antonio for the big Final Four games. Maybe you're staying in town and enjoying some festivals, events across H-Town. Lots to do, lots to see here as well. So in Houston the next 3 days, we are talking about a lot of heat Thursday and Friday, close to 90 degrees, windy and warm. Once again, that wind advisory will be in place for much of the day on Thursday. Still breezy on Friday with temps close to 90, and Saturday will be the day where we will have a much better chance for some strong storms in the area. If you are heading over to San Antonio for the Cougars playing the Duke Blue Devils, of course, it's going to be a super exciting game. I believe it's the second game of the evening, and it is going to be 4 #1 teams going head to head. So we got Duke and we got Houston. That tip off right around 7:49 p.m. at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, and temperatures are still looking fairly mild. Right around the time the game starts, likely in the 70s, towards the end of the game in the 60s. And there will be a strong north breeze around 30 miles per hour because there will be a cold front moving through Houston and San Antonio on Saturday. It's just the rain chances for Houston will be a lot higher than they will be in San Antonio. All right, let's track your temps locally for Houston and notice the big dip Sunday and Monday. We've got those temperatures really taking a tumble as we go into early next week behind this weekend's cold front. So as we look towards next Tuesday through Saturday, temperatures are still going to remain a little below normal. We're out of that deep dark blue where we're talking about temperatures drastically below normal, but they will still remain a little below average for early April. What about our rain chances? Well, it looks like rain chances will be a little below normal as well. We are in that brown, so this is next Tuesday through next Saturday, and it looks like we won't have to worry about a ton of rainfall, but we still may get a few decent chances here or there. It's just not a signal for any heavy widespread rain that would lead to flooding. So our biggest issue over the next day or two will be the strong wind, maybe a few strong storms north of Houston up towards Huntsville, Livingston, College Station, and then widespread rain and storms for the first half of your weekend on Saturday. As always, we'll keep watching it and tracking it closely for you. Keep checking back daily. Once again, I'm Fox 26 meteorologist Remeisha Shade. Stay safe out there and enjoy the rest of your day.